Hey guys, welcome back to Best Living Now. Today's topic is parenting. Being a parent is a lot of responsibility. This is a job that does not come with instructions. It does not come with a manual, and it does not tell you at a certain age the child is going to behave this way, and at this age the child is going to do this, or the child is going to do that. There is no manual on how to be a good parent. It's a learning process. There are a lot of things that we discover about being a parent along the way. It comes with responsibility, accountability, but in the end, when the child has become an adult, you see your reward. You see it's very rewarding to you as a parent to watch a child grow from an infant to an adult and see that you have had a hand in their development. As parents, we are to provide for our children emotionally, physically, spiritually, intellectually. This is a person that God has entrusted you to take care of. He trusts you so much that he has given you a life to take care of. He has given you a life to provide for. Now, if you do not provide for that child, it's not that God made a mistake in making you a parent. You choose not to provide for that child. And there is an accountability that comes with taking care of children. If the child has suffered through some kind of situation, through rape, through molestation, there's many different cases, through abuse, be it verbal, be it physical abuse, whether it's emotional, mental abuse. And as a parent, you are aware that this stuff has happened to this child and you did nothing to protect this child. You are held accountable because God trusted you with this child. If you walk away from the child, your responsibility is not taken away from you. You are still responsible. But because you choose to walk away is not going to get rid of your responsibility and the fact that you are accountable for the child or for the children. For parents that take care of their children and provide for their children and are doing the best that they can for their children, the reward is great. It's very great. The Bible tells us to train up a child in the way that he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. And that simply means train the child, teach the child the right way to go. Teach the child the right thing to do. It doesn't mean that they're not going to make mistakes and go in the wrong direction and hang out with the wrong type of people and do the wrong things. What it means is that in spite of them messing up and making mistakes, because they're going to make mistakes, they're going to remember what you have imparted into them. When we impart into our children the positive thing, you plant seeds into your children, whether they're negative, whether they are positive. We plant seeds into our children and they grow. When we train them the way that they should go, because you have planted the seeds of being positive, when they get old, even though they stray, they will come back to it. They will not depart. That means the stuff that you have implanted in them has not gone anywhere because that seed has sprouted and it is in them. And when they come to themselves, they're going to remember what you have taught them. And it's very rewarding. Nothing makes a parent more proud than to see their child accomplish things in life. We teach them how to do things. And when they accomplish the different things that we teach them how to do, it makes us proud. There are many different proud moments in the life of parents for their children. When they graduate from kindergarten to the first grade, when they graduate from high school, when they go on to college, when they become successful in their field, when they just do what you have taught them to do. It makes you proud. Like all your hard work pays off. Parenting is not an easy job. Because we are taking care of little ones and because they are growing to become adults, they go through the toddler stage, then they go through the child stage, then they go through the teenage stage. And at different stages in their lives, they encounter different things. And as a parent, we have encountered the things, so we have experience and what they're experiencing. So we can tell them how to handle something, how to deal with it, and we can give them the lessons that we have learned, and we help them along the way. And it's rewarding to see our children on the right path. As parents, we are to talk to our children. We are to ask them how their day is. How was your day in school? How are you doing? Is everything okay? Is there anything you want to discuss? We are to talk to our children because they deal with things that we may not know. As a parent, it is our responsibility to find out what's going on with them. Our children ought to be able to come to us and talk to us, and they ought to be able to trust us. You want your child to be comfortable with you. You want them to be able to talk with you and be able to cry in front of you and know that you are there for them and that you will protect them no matter the cost. You know, that you will be there for them, and that whatever they are going through and whatever they are dealing with, you will be there for them. You do not want your children to suffer alone in silence, because that's how it leads to suicide. The things that these children face today, whether they're teenagers or whether they're 5 years old, 6 years old, 7, 8, 10, it doesn't matter their age. The things that they deal with today with all the bullying, these children need their parents to pay attention. They need their parents to be there for them and to talk to them. They need to be able to talk to their parent and know that it's going to be okay, that mama and daddy are going to do what needs to be done to make sure that the child is cared for and protected and loved. It's very important that we as parents do these things for our children. You know, spend time with your child, take them places, do things with them. You don't want the child to say, oh, well, my mom or my dad don't spend time with me. You want, you know, the children want to spend time with you. Spend time with them. Go places with them. Watch stuff that you normally wouldn't watch with them just because they asked you to watch it. You may not understand it. You may not like it. But the fact that you could sit down and watch something with them is saying that you're trying to be a good parent for your child. They see that when they talk to you and you listen to what they're saying and they see you take action about what they have said, it impacts them and it lets them know, mom and dad, they care about me. When children see that from their parents, it's very rewarding to them. It not only is it rewarding for parents when the child becomes of age and become an adult and be successful, it's also very rewarding for the child when they see that their parents are in their corner and backing them 100% and want them to follow their dreams and help them follow their dreams. You know, our children are not going to do what we want them to do all the time. They're not going to go and follow in our footsteps. And we as parents are not to pressure our children to follow in our footsteps because they are different. Our job is to prepare them to face the world. You know, you have to be real with your kids and let them know the things that are going on in the world. Because when they're home with us, they're kind of isolated because, you know, we protect them and we keep them isolated. Not from everything, but, you know, they go to school and stuff like that, so they see things. But when they're at home, you know, we try to protect them and keep them isolated from some things. But we have to prepare them to face the world because the world is so much different from home. Because the world is full of different people. And we have to teach them how to be respectable. We have to teach them how to notice a negative person from a positive person. We have to teach them how to know that this person is for you or that this person is not for you. We have to teach them that because that's what they're going to encounter. You know, and as a parent, that job, it never ends. We experience a lot of good times with our children from the time that they are little babies to the time that they are teenagers. And they say some of the things that make you laugh so hard. They do some things that just crack you up. Sometimes they can be hard-headed and sometimes they can be difficult. But they are a joy and we are to nurture them and care for them and love on them, whether they are your children or whether they're somebody else's children. You know, as a parent, we are to show love to all children. not just our own. If a child that is not your own comes up to you and starts talking to you about their issues, talk to them, listen to them, give them advice, help them. It's not just that you are a parent to your children. Some children do not have their own parents, and they are in situations that we cannot even imagine, and they have endured some things that we would be like, oh my gosh. And they sometimes just need somebody to listen to them, to love on them, to hug on them, to care for them. You don't have to give birth to be a parent to a child. You can give a child advice and help them get on their way and get on a different path. You are being a parent, because children need parenting. They need direction. And if we can be a light to them and an encouragement to them and an upliftment and an inspiration to them, then that is great. We have just helped this child become a great member of society. As a parent, sometimes because we are the parent, we think that we can do whatever because we are the parent. We think we can do whatever we want to do. I tell my son, I said, just because I am your mother does not give me the right to disrespect you. We are to show respect to our children. And everybody may not agree, but if you want your children to be respectable, show them how it's done. And it starts with you giving them respect as well. I'm not saying let your children run all over you and let them talk to you any kind of way, but show them respect the same way that they show you respect. The reward will be great. God is the ultimate parent. The Bible tells us, when your mother and your father forsake you, then God will bear you up. He will be a father for you. He will be a mother for you. He is just the ultimate parent, and he wants the best for us. And sometimes we do things that we ain't got no business doing. Sometimes we say things as children because even though we are parents, we are children as well. We do things we ain't got no business doing. And our Father in heaven has to chastise us. He has to let us know that what you're doing is wrong. The way that you're behaving is not acceptable. Not only as parents are we accountable, but as children ourselves, we are accountable, because we grow up, we were children ourselves, and we have grown up to adults, but we have to do the right thing as children. But it's our choice, as it is with our children, to heed the advice that is given, to heed the direction in which we are to go. And if we don't, we are still accountable because we were given direction. But God he is just the ultimate father. He is the ultimate parent, and he will never leave you. He will never forsake you. He will be there for you through thick and thin, through the ups and through the downs. And he's just amazing. My father and I, we don't have a relationship that if my father were to call and ask me to come and help him do whatever, I would go. Why? Because my mother, being a good mother, being a good parent that she is, raised me better. She never talked down about him. She never said anything to me or in my presence about him in a negative way. She let us get to know him for ourselves. As parents, as mothers, and as fathers, if you are raising your children alone, it's okay. It's okay. Because God will help you along the way. Him being the ultimate parent will show you how to be a good parent to your children. And if you are raising your children by yourself and you are doing the best that you can, keep on doing the best that you can. If you are a parent and the other parent is making it hard for you to see the child, talk to God about it. You want to be a good parent, but situations and circumstances are in the way. You want to provide for your children. Talk to God. He will help you along the way. And for parents that are keeping the children away from the parent that is willing to help because of what issues you have with the parent. If you have a mother who wants to be a mother and a father who wants to be a father, and you are responsible for keeping that parent away from that child, you are going to be held accountable for those who neglect to take care of their children. Not that you can't, but you choose not to, you're going to be held accountable. Parenting is a responsibility, and along with it comes an accountability. And because God entrusted you to do the job, He entrusted you to do the job. He has put in you the things necessary for you to provide for this child, for you to be a parent to this child. And because He has put these things in you, that means that you can do it. If you could not handle being a parent, He would not have allowed it to be. We cannot raise our children alone. We need help. If you are single or if you are married, you need help. Let other people help you be a parent. As a parent, we don't know everything. We need help along the way. I really enjoyed sharing with you all. I hope that you are encouraged, empowered, inspired, uplifted to be better parents. Apply what you have learned and apply what you have heard to your lives, to the lives of your children, so that you can do your best living now. I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.